This problem's giving us a starting equation. F of x equals the cosine of 4x, the original function, and it is asking us to find the derivative at a specific point. So what we'll need to do here is we'll need to find the derivative of our original equation, and then we're going to plug in the x value they give us and try to calculate out our answer. So first things first, when we come through to do this derivative, anytime you have something more than just an x inside your function right here, that should be bells and whistles going off that you're looking at a chain rule problem. And so my chain rule saying that I use goes d in times d out. So the derivative of whatever is inside that function times the derivative of the outside function. So looking at this problem, the in piece, the 4x got plugged into the cosine function. And so then to find that d in, the derivative of 4x would just be 4. So I come together with my derivative here, putting it a piece at a time. So d in, 4. Then the outside piece on this problem, the outside piece is this cosine function. And so when we go to find the derivative of cosine, that's what I refer to as a special case derivative. It's something you just have to have memorized. There's no way you're going to get it otherwise. So if I want to know what is the derivative of cosine x, the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. So my d out right now is negative sine x. So here I would get derivative of the outside, negative sine, and then I leave alone all the stuff that was inside there. So there's my d in and my d out. And again, whenever I've got to go do more work, I kind of try to simplify it as best I can. What I'm looking at here, remember that's a negative 1 in front of that sign. So 4 times negative 1 would get me negative 4, and then the sine of 4x. Now we start finishing this thing off by going and finding what they specifically wanted out of us. They specifically wanted to know f prime of pi over 12. So this is probably where the real kicker comes in, because this is where we do our 4 times, plug in for x, that pi over 12. And what you're looking at now is left the world of calculus and has now begun entry into the world of remembering your trig and all of your special triangles, your unit circle information. So canceling this out, 4 and 12 is going to end up with pi over 3. So what we need to now identify using our trig is what is the sine of pi over 3. As soon as I look at any trig problem, the number on bottom is going to tell me which special triangle I need to know. So this one is coming from your 30, 60, 90 triangle. If it's a 3 or a 6 at the bottom, you know you're looking at the 30, 60, 90 triangle. And that triangle goes 1, 2, and then the square root of 3. So this angle down here is your 30-degree angle. That's pi over 6. This angle up here is your 60-degree angle. That's pi over 3. So we're looking at pi over 3 right now. And then the next thing we need to do is sort of our classic SOHCAHTOA, right? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and then tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we're looking at the sine of pi over 3, which means that we want the opposite side. So from pi over 3, the opposite side would be the square root of 3. The hypotenuse in this situation is 2. So this would be square root of 3 over 2. And because we're in the first quadrant, pi over 3 is a first quadrant angle, that tells us that the answer would be positive still. So remember that the quadrant matters when you're doing your trig stuff. So then putting that back in here now, the sine of pi over 3, popping that in at this point, we get negative 4 times the square root of 3 over 2. And now we just do a little simplification, a little reducing of fractions. So the 4 on top can cancel out with the 2 on bottom. And that's now going to leave us with just negative 2 square root of 3. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.